Hey you guys, thank you for coming to this video. So today I wanted to kind of talk about and look at my Jaclyn Hill palettes because recently it has come out that the Jaclyn Hill formula has changed and they didn't announce it or tell anybody, and supposedly Jaclyn didn't know about it. And so now it's just kind of like everybody's like, what is going on? Why did Morphe do this? I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette from when it first launched. You can see it's really dirty and disgusting. And then I also have a new one, which I did do some glitter epoxy on. I don't know if you can even see it. So I did some glitter epoxy on it to make it all pretty. This one is signed by her because I actually got it when I met her. If you haven't seen that video, you can go check it out. So she signed it. I haven't used this. I wasn't going to use it, but now that supposedly these formulas are different, I kind of wanted to swatch these and see and do an eyeshadow look and see if they perform the same or not. I'm just kind of curious to know. So if you guys are interested in this and you want to see some swatches and what I think about it, then let's get into this video. Alright, so to kind of talk about what happened, if you guys don't know, Jaclyn Hill released this palette back in 2017, I believe. It was sold online, and then a little while later they put it in Morphe stores and Ulta. They updated the packaging and they updated her signature on it, and somewhere along the line they changed the formula. The main thing that people are having a problem with is that they added carmine, which is crushed beetles, to get a red color. And that's a very common thing to use in makeup and even in food. I know when people found out that Starbucks was using it to make their pink like frappuccinos and stuff, everybody freaked out. I think the main thing is that it's not vegan. So if you're vegan, you don't want carmine in any of your products. So for them to have a vegan formula to then switch it to not be vegan anymore and just not tell anybody and act like nothing changed, I think that's kind of weird. And how people found this out, Jen Loves Reviews did a video on her channel where she talked about how she loved the original Jaclyn Hill palette and she had recommended it to her friends and family for so long, and one of her family members had gotten it and didn't like it, and she said, how don't you like it? What's going on? So they actually swatched them side by side and they were different. So then she bought another one and did swatches with all three, and you could clearly see that the two newer ones are the same and the original is very different. So she reached out to Morphe and they first said, no, we didn't change the formula. So then she released this video, and then after that Morphe said, oh, we did change the formula, and sorry, you were misinformed. We did change it and Jaclyn was not aware of these changes. We just told her that we were changing it and making it creamier and more pigmented or something. So everyone's just kind of left feeling like, what's happening? Is this Morphe trying to just make things cheaper for them and not tell anybody because they just want to keep selling them? Or did Jaclyn know and just not say anything? I really think that Jaclyn didn't know. I know there's been so many things wrong with everything that she comes out with, I swear. But at the end of the day, I feel like she wouldn't purposely do anything. Like, she wouldn't purposely launch something that isn't good. She wouldn't purposely release something that has ingredients that she didn't know about, or that she's thinking is one ingredient and not, and at this point I feel like if she were to do something like that, it would just be really dumb, because now everybody's looking at her videos, her products, everything she does with a magnifying glass, and they're just looking for something to complain about, which I think is just a really stupid thing. Like, that's one thing that drives me crazy about YouTube and social media in general, is just people calling people out for the dumbest things and being like, you're a horrible person because you did this, or you're lying because back in 2015 you said this and now you're saying that, and we can't trust you because you're lying. And people are allowed to change. People are allowed to grow. I don't remember everything I've ever said. Do you? If we sat there and just said, oh, what have I done wrong in my life? What have you done wrong? There'd be a lot. There'd be a long list for everybody. And I don't think it's fair that people are held to such a high standard when they're people. Nobody is perfect. I don't understand that about people today. Just being able to go online and be like, you're a horrible person because of this, and I hate you because of that, and like, this person is disgusting and you should never buy their products, and like, it's getting really crazy. And I mean, I'm such a small YouTuber, and like, I've already had several comments that like don't even make sense, and I'm just like, what? I don't know what my hair is doing, so just ignore it, by the way. One of my videos, more in the beginning, I had done some swatches of a palette, and someone commented and they said like, your swatches is so dry, it looks like your arm's gonna crack. I didn't know how to take that, because I was like, are you saying my skin is dry? Are you saying the eyeshadow's dry? Are you saying I swatched it wrong? Like, I kind of wasn't really offended, because I was like, I feel like you're just trying to be mean for no reason. Like, it was just weird. And then of course I responded, and then they never respond back, of course. But it's just like, I don't, like, where were you going with that? Are you insulting my swatching skills? Because it's pretty simple. You just put it on your finger and rub it on your arm. Like, is that a skill now? Is that something I need to perfect? I don't know. Or are you saying my skin is disgusting and cracking? Like, it was just really weird. I don't know. So I wasn't even offended, because obviously that person was just trying to make me feel bad because they feel bad about something in their own life, and that has nothing to do with me. So I'm just like, whatever. Then I got another one on one of my videos where I was applying foundation. They said, what did they say? They said like, your foundation doesn't match, it's way too dark, and it's patchy. And I'm just like, well, that's nice that you think that. I think it looks good. I like it. I match my foundation to my body because I do self-tanner on my body. If I match my foundation to my actual face, I would look really weird and really dead, and that's not a good look. So like, thanks for stopping by. I don't know. And of course they never respond. I just think it's really funny that people do that, because I'm like, you try to get in there and like hurt somebody for something that doesn't even really make sense. First of all, then you just disappear. Like, you're not there to like have a discussion and be like, you know, I think your foundation's too dark. You know, maybe it's your lighting. No, they're not trying to be helpful. They're just trying to like make you feel bad. And I hate that. It's just so easy to sit there and go on social media and point out everyone else's imperfections, because none of us are perfect. We know that. I think a lot of us are okay with that. But to try to sit there and point out everybody's imperfections, at the end of the day, it doesn't make you feel any better. I prefer to be a positive person and to think good thoughts and to try to be loving and kind to others. Like, yeah, nobody's perfect. Why sit there and point out their imperfection when you can find something good about them and compliment them on it and say, you know, even though this person's video is not my style, or their makeup's not my style, or I don't think they did a good job, you could still say, hey, I like your background, or like, hey, I like your shirt, it's really cute. If you're gonna leave a comment, why not have it be nice? Like, am I the only one who thinks that? I don't know. I don't know what is happening, but I feel like there's just these people that just want to hurt others, and it doesn't do anything for them. I don't know where that came from. That was not what this video was about. Anyways, let's get into some swatching. So, like I said, I have the original here. I don't want to swatch all of them because there's so many shades, but I'll just pick some. So I'm gonna do the first one in light. Then I'm gonna do this first shimmery shade, faint. So the faint in the original palette seems a lot more creamy. Then I'm gonna do the one next to that, Sissy. Then let's do creamsicle, kind of orangey one. Then I'm gonna go into Hunts, the kind of reddish tone. Those feel really different too. So here's those 5 shades. I mean, they do look similar, but you can definitely see they're all like slightly different. So I'm gonna go into Crayon Apple, then the more dark purple Royalty. That feels really different too. Then the blue, then I'm gonna go into Jada. Then I'm gonna go into Soda Pop. So there's those 5 shades. Again, similar, but you can definitely tell they are different. So I just kind of wanted to swatch them and see the difference that I can see. If you guys are interested in seeing all the swatches, I will link Jen's video down below because she does a very good job at swatching 3 different palettes, showing you everything. If you want to check out her video, I'll have it linked below. But now I want to do an eye look, doing one palette on one eye and one on the other, and see if it really makes a difference to how it applies on the eyes. So I'm going to use different brushes for each eye. I'm going to do this side the original Jaclyn palette and this side the newer version. So just taking a bigger fluffy brush, I'm going to go into Silk Cream. Maybe I should zoom you in first. So this is the newer palette. So I don't know how much you can see that, but I definitely think the new palette seems more pigmented. Then taking a little bit smaller brush, I'm going to go into Roxanne right here. So now this is the new palette. So I feel like that's definitely more pigmented. Now taking an even smaller brush, I'm going to go into Jack's right here. I mean, so far it's just looking a lot more pigmented. That could just be because it's a fresh new palette. So I'm just gonna take Jack's under the eye as well. So now I'm gonna take Obsessed, this more shimmery shade. I love this one. You can see I've used like half of it. So I'm gonna take that on my finger all over the lid. So I don't know when the camera turned off. I'm a little distracted right now. There's a couple outside yelling at each other and their kids. It's not very nice. Maybe they need to listen to my little spiel on being nice and kind to people. But I did the shade right here, Beam, as a brow bone highlight. And I think that's basically where I'm gonna leave the eye look. Maybe I'll take a little bit of Beam in the inner corner. So there's the finished eye look. I mean, I think they look very similar. I would say if anything, the new one seems a little more pigmented, at least the shades I used. So if they were just trying to make the palette better, I'm not really sure why they wouldn't announce that, especially the added carmine. Like, I think that's the main thing people are upset about. It's just hard to say where Morphe was at with doing this and why they did it. Just the fact that they didn't tell anybody just kind of makes it seem like they did it to save money. I don't know. I feel like the swatches, some of them weren't as good, but at the same time it did apply just as good or better, at least the shades that I used today. So I don't think it's bad. I don't think this is a bad palette at all. I just think it's different and they did change things. You know, it's up to you what you think, if you like it or not, or if it's still worth it to you or not. I mean, these palettes are still a great price for what you get. I would just maybe think about Morphe as a brand, if it's still worth buying from them. But I think Jaclyn probably didn't have any part in this. I still love these palettes and I will still use them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, does this bother you? Did you have the original palette? Did you get a new one? Did you like it? Like, let me know your thoughts in the comments below because I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this. And, you know, let me know if you guys see a difference in my eyes or how they apply it or anything. Just something that happened that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's just makeup. So it's not the end of the world. All right, well, that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I do 3 videos a week, and I'll put up some more videos of mine if you would like to check out more. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.